We back on Hump Day.
Ooh.
Who is it?
Mike.
It's us. Mike.
Oh,
It's not Mike. It's us.
It's just us.
It's your favorite podcast. Back at it again with the shenanigans, with the Frank Funny and the Unfiltered. It's nice at the Round Table Season 2. What up, though?
What it do?
It's your girl Coley back in the house. Who all over here?
Yo, it's your boy Esquire. I'm here one more time. What up?
It's Benji, Banger and Benji, all those things. But right now, we just got to talk about Esquire's new do. The Emperor has new clothes.
And a new groove.
I'm feeling very silky.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'll all make sense later on. Very silky. For people out there in radio land, if you can't hear us or see us, I should say, I'm rocking one of Nicole's late nights after I pulled the wig off, and I'm still trying to keep my natural hair together. Silk bonnets. I see the allure. I feel it. It's good on the ear.
It's nice.
It's good on the tip of my ears.
it looks like it feels good on the back of the neck.
It is. It's like laying almost like Jesus is just like resting ever so gently on there. But it feels good. It's an angel wing material.
I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It's argan and olive oil infused. So that's why it's so smooth and soft.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are you like in the mood for the episode,
yes,
but you are also doing your hair favors right now.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. So if anything happens, I'm missing the chin strap to go around it because if it gets kind of rough.
Oh, goodness. Hold on. Yes, Amine say, bitch, if you want safe sex, use knee pads. Facts. We are back, y'all. Thank y'all so much for waiting. It took us a long time, but now that we're here, we're not even going to talk about that. Don't bring up old shit. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the old times, because we're here now. 2019 Season 2. It feels good. Y'all look good.
Yo.
Season 2 is about to be a real good time out here. We're going to do the normal stuff right now. What are we drinking on? Well, actually, before we go there, we're going to go there, but we want to congratulate Esquire. When we left him, we told y'all, by the time we got back, Esquire would be off his journey. So Esquire, tell us about your journey, how it ended.
That's right.
Yes, I'm out off my journey. Surprisingly enough, I'm still drinking water today, but I went my full 7 months or 6.5 months without my fucking alcohol, so I could lose this weight. But yeah, what are y'all drinking on? Benji, what are you drinking on?
I believe I got a little bit of Crown Peach.
Hey.
And Chick-fil-A Arnold Palmer.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Because Chick-fil-A, by the way, y'all, has the best chicken biscuit. Whatever this Popeyes Chick-fil-A foolishness is, I haven't had the Popeyes one, but Chick-fil-A is better.
It's chicken sandwich, not the biscuit.
Biscuit sandwich.
Well, the chicken minis, actually, if I may, are the best thing, I believe. In the morning, they make them like only before like 10 a.m. or something like that.
You like the yeast rolls?
I do. I like that little King's Hawaiian bread that they got on there, or whatever that is. It's just halfway covering that little chicken.
That's Jesus' bread.
It's Jesus' bread, yeah. So that's what I prefer. But shout out to Chick-fil-A for having a delicious mix for alcohol, y'all. Check out Chick-fil-A. You can mix their beverages with alcohol. I'm sure they're proud of that fact.
I'm sure they're upset about it, but they like it on the low. New season, new leaf. Benji knows what he's drinking out the gate, and that's what's good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
To new things happening. I'm also drinking Crown Peach. It's what's up. It came back into the county for a brief moment. We bought it all up. There is no more.
Shout out to having the plug.
Plug.
You're able to run out with all the cases.
Yeah.
Yes. Nancy is also here. Shout out to Nancy. Cece is here. The dogs are back. Nancy let me know real quick, hey, the peach is in, what you want?
Hey.
I went right there promptly and picked me up a bottle. So we're always ready for that. Yes. That is what we're drinking on. That's who all over here. Back into the normal stuff. Finding our notes. This is your note.
This is your note.
Where do you go? You're telling me.
Oh, you in it. You in it. What are you listening to?
Shout out.
You're in it.
Way back Wednesday. I have been vibing to Mac Ayer's new album called Juice Box. If you've never heard the name, he has 2 other albums before, but this album that just dropped last Friday, I've actually had it in heavy rotation. So, Mac, if you hear me, if you're listening, I have not stopped playing. I put a few people on it. We had one song in particular on repeat Saturday night and could not get it off. The song is called Getaway. So if y'all listen to it, Mac Ayer's album is called Juice Box. It's hot.
Which is a perfect title for this episode.
Yes.
We need that.
So that's what I'm grooving to, and it's good. I like it a lot. What you got, Esquire?
I am currently listening to not an album, but a single. A couple weeks ago, Baby Dram went into heaven, and he pulled out her and Watts for their new single, "The Lay Down." And I don't know who is exactly playing on that damn guitar, whether it's Watts or her. But that fucking song just goes in. I fucking love that shit.
Cause
the Lay Down.
The Lay Down.
The Lay Down.
You have not heard that song?
I have not.
Post episode, we got something for you.
Okay.
We have to do it with the video though, because you got to get the full effect.
Yeah, full effect.
Okay, all right.
That fucking album will drag you through. If you're tired of the other stuff that's dragging you through your feelings, this is gonna drag you through even more. So it's real good.
And it works for this episode also.
In a good way.
Okay.
And it works for this episode.
Yes.
The Lay Down. Yes, it does. Work for this episode.
Yeah.
What you got, Benji Bangarang?
I have been listening to a young man by the name of Devin Morrison. He's got an album out. I think he just released his first album. But I have been listening to a lot of singles and EPs that have been popping up. One in particular, Love. That joint has a straight up like 1995 after school trying to learn new dance moves type of vibe.
Yes.
Just so you could take them back to school and show them off at the dance.
Record your cassette tape on the radio.
Yeah, had your little steps going, and I'm doing a little kid and play right now. Catch y'all know.
We see it.
We see. Y'all know,
but
but we
it has
see.
that type of vibe. It puts me in that sort of headspace.
That's what's up.
And I really appreciate that. Yeah,
True
that's
that.
what I've been rocking out to.
Nice. That's
They also
what's
do
good.
a lot of good memes and stuff too. Like
Devin?
Yeah.
Morrison?
Remember, the one that I sent y'all earlier from that one time.
Yeah.
Okay, word. Well, that's cool. Find Your Note happened. We'll talk about some other stuff with music later on and towards the end with our special playlist that we're going to have for y'all. But,
Coley, can I jump in?
Yes.
So, look, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're not going to do the whole who left the gate open. There's been a lot of bullshit going on since we've been gone. And
Summer 2019, y'all acted up. We know.
It was kind of crazy, but we're not going to, we'll keep the gate closed and we're going to catch up with everybody and see what's been going on. It's been about how many months? 2, 3 months?
It's been 3 months out here.
Yeah, we've been on break.
We've been on break.
What has everybody been doing? Coley, what have you been up to?
Bruh, like right before we ended season 1, I got a new job.
Oh!
Cue the applause track.
Yay.
Clap.
Yes, new job, so I've been settling into that. It's been real good. It has made me live a hot not a hot girl summer, because I did that before it had a title, so that's not what I've been doing. But like a suburban mom,
a soccer mom summer.
So that's what I've been doing with my new job and my new time, and it's been fun. America, those of you who know me know that it's been a long time coming, and I'm having a good time finding my path, finding my purpose, all those good things, working for a good company
and
out here.
Some other things along the way.
And, always.
You sound different. It looks like you cleared up a little bit. Sinuses all cleared up and
it's
stuff.
good.
Something about a new job, ain't it?
Hey, it'll do it to you.
Got a little bop to you.
Hey.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can't see Coley right now, but she has in her summer hair that she's had no need for the bonnet that I'm currently rocking because the summer hair has been in there, but it looks nice. It looks nice.
Who this?
That's exactly it.
Hey, if you see me, look for me.
Benji, what you got going on, bro?
Since we left, I have been in the same job, arguing with the schedule makers about the schedule. It is still some bullshit. We might circle back on that a little bit later. Also, just been out here living life, trying to see what it do, and trying to make it do what it don't do.
No.
Amen.
If you're keeping track out there.
True that.
And then just keeping up with music and the shows and and the
sometimes it's
happenings.
catch up time.
I've been able to kind of get back into a little bit of a groove.
Get back to you.
Get back to me. I've been really focusing on me.
Yes. Self-love, okay?
Self-love, for real. Some spa days. I'm all about that spa life.
Can we talk how Coley just gassed you to hell up?
You did. You see, I was starting to go in even further. Like, well, let me tell you about my regimen then. Since you asked.
Since you want to hear it.
I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it go.
Yeah,
Esquire, what about you?
Yeah, what you on, Esquire?
You know what? I'm still out here doing my thing. I don't just play an attorney on television. Sometimes I'm actually one in real life. And I've enjoyed this little break that we've had. Like you said, Benji, get a chance to just focus on some other things, kind of like recharge and whatnot. Yeah. Shout out to the people that do the podcast every single week.
Right. Shout out to y'all. My goodness.
The fact that you can go out and you can just do it, I think a break is necessary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, just been out here working, still trying to chase dreams and just be an overall better person.
True that.
My mom used to say, "I just want to be a better person than I was yesterday."
Hey,
so that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look,
I hear sounds of blackness playing in my head right now.
So it might be in my bonnet, bro. It might be in my bonnet.
Never ever doubt every minute.
Well, look, since we've caught up with everything, what are we watching? Like, we had some chances to like be away for a while. I know y'all watching some good television,
right?
You know, I am all about the series Glow. You can catch that on Netflix.
You got that glow.
You know, I was an early adapter. Caught that joint in the first season, and it's the truth.
That's the one with the wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Glow stands for Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. It is not what it sounds like, but it is a dope show. Really good writing, really good acting, good all around, good stuff, good music, set in the 80s.
So you've just been binging on that?
I have been binging on Netflix. Yep, I have been all up in that Glow.
Shout out to Netflix.
Yo,
they've got some good little work coming in.
Hold it down.
Mm-hmm.
I have been watching. I just finished the first season of Succession.
Yes,
on HBO. And oh god, if y'all are not watching that, at first I thought it was like HBO's serious version of The Office, but it's so much more. Like I don't, because I figure, you know, that the industry or wherever they're working at and all this stuff is happening at work, but then it's not. I don't know. Watching rich white people in their problems and just dealing with some shit that we don't have to deal with, it's a whole different thing. I fucking love it. Like, I love that shit.
Until you realize that this is the shit that's affecting our lives, then it gets a little dark.
That is the serious version.
But yes.
You're right. And the fact that they don't really see human life, like regular people's problems, as nothing. They can see that as disposable.
Yeah.
Like,
why don't you just buy your way out of it?
Exactly.
Hashtag I can't relate.
There's and these people are so super rich. There's a scene there's a line in the show in one of the later episodes. I'm not giving it away, Coley, because I know you just got started with it, where the guy was like, I mean, hey, I can just have a couple $1 million to be like everybody else, but I don't want to be like that. I want to be very rich.
Oh, nice.
It was very, very crazy.
$2 million like everybody else.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, that's how far removed
these
people are.
Exactly. But I don't want to be a nobody.
Hey, well, you know.
There you have it.
Coley.
Succession. The only thing I've watched through completion this summer is Euphoria. And I have been... I don't know whose children they are. I don't know what America they represent. But Lord knows who left the gate open for them. Because that's a mess. If y'all have not watched Euphoria, but you're looking for, like, I don't know, something to remind you, maybe you had a good childhood, to let you know that you're okay as an adult. Like, your adult life is okay. You want to take a drink a couple times a week, that's fine. It's really okay, because these kids are out here living somebody's worst life.
Damn.
On Euphoria. I don't know who they're depicting, but it was good TV. Lots of good stuff with storylines with these kids these days. They got a lot of stuff going on.
Life?
Maybe somebody's best. I don't know. It just looks bad because they're kids.
Yeah, that's the one with Zendaya in it. Right?
Yes, Zendaya is in there acting her ass off. I did not realize what a great actress she was. She does a wonderful job.
So more than just Nickelodeon? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, you know, this has nothing to do with Nickelodeon. She is super talented. I did not realize. So shout out to her.
Shout out to Mary Jane.
Zendaya was on Disney. Just wanted to jump in real quick.
Oh, thank you for our resident CC.
Disney connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. But yeah, it's not like that at all. It's good stuff. HBO has the content. Shout out to them. I like it.
Hell yeah.
I think it's really, that's the only thing I watch. I'm just watching little dibbling and dabbling, little shows here and there.
Okay.
You know, picking up little things.
There's another. I've been watching World's Most Extraordinary Homes as well too.
Huh. What is it? Is that on Netflix?
Show. It's on Netflix. Yes.
Okay.
It is a British architect and a British actress, and they go around looking at these extraordinary homes. And let me say, these homes are extraordinary.
You know, they have a lot of British shows on there. I was binge watching. It was Ready Made Hotel or something like that, where it's based in Australia. and these families have turned their homes into almost like American versions of Airbnbs.
Right.
And so they have it's like 4 families, and they're all staying in each other's Airbnb, and they're judging what is going on. I'm like, is this really happening?
Like who has the best Airbnb?
Like who has the best Airbnb?
Are they paying to stay in each other's Airbnbs?
No, they're just.
So they're not making money off of their Airbnbs while they're going.
Right.
Interesting.
I imagine the show probably is throwing it.
So.
Because their competition is if they win, is they have to score each other's, but they can't score their own.
Okay.
But if they get the highest score, they win like $400,000 or pounds or whatever the hell they got over there. I don't know.
Oh, you know what else?
What?
On Hulu, I picked up. Y'all remember that movie back in the early '90s, 4 Weddings and a Funeral?
Yeah.
So
it's a series now, right?
Yes, Mindy Kaling redid it into modern times as a mini series.
Cool.
Mindy Kaling, the
Project Mindy.
Office.
Yes, yeah, Mindy Project. Yes, yeah.
In the Office.
She redid it with starring Missandei, whatever her real name is. From Game of
Missandei's in
Thrones.
that joint?
Yes.
It's good to know that she has work outside.
Yes,
of
I watched 3 episodes
Thrones.
trying to figure out who it was. Like I didn't recognize her outside of her other uniform. I was confused, and she's speaking without her British accent, so she's acting as an American in the show. So I was I was like, why do I know her? But she's
and her head is still attached to her shoulders.
Yes.
Okay, that is the most important part.
Yeah.
But it's definitely funny. They're a bunch of 30-somethings trying to figure out life and bullshit. And I haven't finished it because she released them at like 4 at a time. Okay. So I watched 4, and I think the second 4 came out maybe like last week or something.
Hugh Grant?
It was Hugh Grant who was in it. Andy McDowell, who was in the original movie, made an appearance in this one. She is a reoccurring character in the new little miniseries, so that's cool.
So this is a Hulu exclusive.
Hulu exclusive, yes.
Gotcha.
So those streaming services are stepping it up. They got it.
I have not embarked on Hulu's original content.
It's not the worst.
I started watching Handmaid's Tale on there. Yeah. Shout out to Najee. It's if you watch the first 2 seasons and you can make it past.
I don't even want to watch that show. Like it's just I don't need to see it to understand like the reality of it. Like I feel like
the previews that I see disturb me deeply.
Depressing in my life.
It's traumatic. It's very scary. Nancy, what have you been watching? Nancy gives a very soft shrug.
You guys should don't ask any more questions of Nancy. She don't know.
Cece, what you been watching?
I actually just so happened to watch the first couple of episodes of Euphoria with Coley, and we did not watch the rest. We could not handle said Euphoria life. Yeah, that's what I've been on.
True that. I don't think I saw any. Like I only went to the movies once. I saw Lion King again.
What did you think of it?
For the most part, it was just cool to watch it in live action.
Not my Lion King.
Not even that. It was cool to see it in live action, but other than that, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Well, okay, all right, that's fair.
Beyonce's album attached to it is cool, but other than that, it was just cool to watch the effects.
I saw 20 the latest Spider-Man movie.
Far From Home?
Yeah.
Nancy says no, by the way.
Shout out to him not being in the Marvel Universe anymore.
Yeah, that was a bad movie. It was good, but it was bad at the same time.
Here's the thing. I wanted to go see it, but I'm so drained after Endgame. I think me and Nancy talked about that. I kind of need like a little break before I dive back into that world. And apparently, Spider-Man not gonna be there anymore. I just like, god damn.
Well, yeah, I was never that big on Spider-Man to begin with.
Oh.
But now I'm just kind of like,
why is he Spider-Man?
Nancy just pointed to you like to say that part. Well, look.
Oh yes, it is hyphenated.
Look, before we go down this rabbit hole, the title of this episode, I think people
the working title.
The working title. I think people want to get to the good stuff. So we're going to take a small break or a pause and recognize some of our new friends for season 2.
Are you in need of fashion advice? Do you have an event to attend and nothing to wear? Or perhaps you're throwing an event and have no one to host it? Well, look no further. Jet and Deavor Co. has you covered. No, really. They will cover you in some of the best garments out. And by best, they mean whatever you can afford. Jet and Deavor Co. is a fashion business where they express their visionary ideas through various forms of art, such as fashion design, wardrobe styling, image consulting, and even event hosting. So it doesn't matter if you're looking for someone to host your event, pick out your clothes, or even make the clothes. Whatever it is, Jet and Deavor Co. has you covered. You see what I did there? To learn more or set up consultations, follow them on Instagram at Jet and Deavor. Again, that's at JETXDEAVOR. They're Knights at the Round Table approved, so hit them up for your next big thing.
All right, y'all. I got to put the little voice on for the mood, you know what I'm saying? So for this shit right here,
boom,
we decided we want to do something a little bit different. We decided we want to let the listeners know that even the nights can get a little sexy. Because when the sun goes down, the nights turn into the bedroom. So when it gets into the bedroom, that's where it goes down.
Do you have a fresh pair of panties on?
Okay.
I want to know.
I don't even know how we jump into this, so I guess we just jump into it.
Jump right into this.
So look, for this week's episode of this shit right here.
For your hot girl and your city boy summers.
Yes. First off, we want to say this episode is rated TV mature.
Right.
Or in this case, podcast mature.
Mama,
Yes.
Daddy, Auntie, Uncle.
Turn off.
Right now.
Right now.
So if you have the sweet children riding in the back seat, or if they are currently sharing a AirPod with you,
yes.
please turn this off.
Yeah. Disconnect theirs.
Because we're about to be talking about some grown folks grown folks
Yes.
folks things about fucking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
There it is.
Yeah, it is.
so look,
Take my money.
that's it. So look, we're gonna jump right into it. We wanted to do something very different. We want to talk about what grown folks do when grown folks do. And we also want to talk about some funny things that go along with sex and our interactions with sex and what we like. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm guessing everybody in
we
here,
grown.
Everybody's in here not a virgin, right? Coley, are you a virgin?
Virgin.
You are a virgin. Oh shit.
There are things I've never done.
Oh. Okay.
But
Benji, you're not a virgin, right?
I am not.
Okay. I am born again virgin. But I am not. So I'll be talking about things from my previous life.
same.
See if I can remember them. But I have found God. Nancy, Cece, y'all.
We found
y'all good out
love
there.
in a hopeless place.
So look. So I just hope we got to get into it.
We gonna have to do it. Like there's no, like you said, there's no way to slide in.
Yeah, no.
Or maybe.
Okay.
Oh.
Here's the very first question that I guess we can ask. Would you rather have bad head or no head at all?
None.
Ooh. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, say more.
Well, per my
Put your drink down.
yes, per my love language from season 1.
Absolutely.
We know how I feel about not getting head one, but I also don't want it to be terrible. As a woman, all my ladies out there, if somebody's down there and they not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know what that feels like? It don't feel right. It's like this, you know, what are you looking for down there? What are you
digging at?
This is not Morse code. You know, ouch, that hurts. Like there's the bad head is the worst. And know before you ask, I don't want to teach anybody how to do shit.
Oh.
Because if you got the nerve to come down there and spread them open, then you need to know what the hell you're doing.
Okay.
Could not that just also be, you know, that person is willing to learn? Like, does that count for anything in your book?
If it is something that they say, maybe, you know, like it's not my thing. I think it depends on where we are. I've never run into. Well, actually, no, I've had bad head experiences. Yes, and but it wasn't in a situation where I've cared enough to go back. So it's never happened to me with someone that I would have cared enough to think about it or talk it through.
Got you. Okay. It was like, oh, you fucked this up this go around.
Yes. Oh well.
You fucked up. You done messed up on my love language.
Writes it up on Twitter. This nigga right here.
I'm of the opposite. I didn't really know how to answer this question because when it comes to me, there's different levels of bad head. Okay. So it could be something like if somebody's sucking some dick and you're scraping it with teeth. That's really terrible bad head. Or suppose you're just wanting to suck the head. That's not really
right. That's not on the same level as you using your teeth.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Dangerous
I don't. It just depends on what's going on. I don't want to say no head because I do like my dick played with. Am I the only one getting graphic? Like what the fuck?
No, like that's fine.
Okay,
No.
I'm sorry.
No,
it's satin. It's that satin nightcap.
That olive oil is seeping into your brain.
Exactly.
No, I feel you. I don't want it when it's bad. It throws me off of the mood. and I immediately, that's all I can pay attention to. So in those situations when niggas been down there and it's not working for me, it's just, come up here.
How much time are you given? Like, is it you got?
I'm giving myself time
2 minutes to get it right.
That's not even no. I'm waiting till I can at least feel aroused by it. So I'm aroused already because we're doing things.
Okay.
But if you get down there and it's just like what's like I said, Morse code, rapid fire bullshit, or you got your fingers in there trying to make it better, but you don't really know what to do with those either. In conjunction with not knowing how to use your tongue. So if I lose my arousal, I guess. If I lose it and I can't get it back either by doing it myself, like helping you a little bit, then I'm done with it.
So it's a feeling for you.
It's a feeling for me. So like I know when I'm like, hey, before we lose it, come up here and give me what we came here for.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Man,
I also am struggling to come up with an answer for this. I am going to say that I agree with Esquire on the levels. I can take some bad head and we can coach you through it. Mm-hmm. We're gonna make this work. If all else fails, you just stay still and just keep your mouth open.
That's all.
And the rest can be worked out. That's how I'm gonna respond to this one.
I absolutely agree with that. And then sometimes it's about showing somebody new possibilities.
Exactly. Like, they gotta learn.
You gotta learn something. Like, no, you're doing it wrong.
I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering.
Actually, I need you to make eye contact. Because that shit turned me on. Okay.
Look at me.
Who's the captain now?
Who's the captain?
I'm the captain now.
Remember when the doctor told you to say, that's all I need?
Yeah, I feel like there's like, if you were just giving bad head, I feel like it's because you want to. Like you're trying to have somebody tell you to stop.
Yes.
And that's not what I'm gonna do.
You're doing that, but y'all remember that movie, The Brothers?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And old girl, she wouldn't do it for one, and then when she did, she was doing it because he's her husband, and that's what he wanted. Right. So I think the real thing with giving oral sex of any kind is that you have to want to do that. That's a fact.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, then I don't want you to either. Then that means we're going to figure something out. Because if you don't want to actually be down there, then it's never going to work out.
Yeah.
So there's
and you
that.
definitely got to be willing to reciprocate.
Yeah.
Because that's just common
DJ
courtesy.
Khaled, we talking to you.
Not DJ Khaled. I think you're absolutely right. If you're not wanting to do it, it's going to be a problem. But I want you to do it. Mm-hmm. So sometimes my will is going to be a little bit bigger than yours. So let me just get you down here real fast. Let me show me.
Not my will.
Because you might have a hidden talent you don't even have. You might get down there and like it.
Not you trying to show her new things and tell her something she don't know about herself. Okay.
You really learn something about you.
You really are a dick sucker. Trust me.
That's, foreplay is it's a real part of the whole deal. And if it's not right, it messes it up for me. The mood, like once I'm in the mood, if you pull me out of it, then we done. So I got to keep going.
Bad head.
I would assume that at some point we have all had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
There was a time when I had never touched a penis at all. So
you know what to do with it.
But
This ain't nothing like I read in my storybooks.
Just like anything else I do.
Storybooks.
It's just like anything else I do. Leah said, at first you don't succeed.
Dust yourself off.
Pick it up and try again. And
but you have to be having.
I've always been a straight A student.
Ooh.
A couple B's here and there.
Not you a grade A. Exactly. But you always have to have somebody that's willing to tell you, hey, that ain't it. What you doing right there? When we all started off with giving bad head.
And sometimes you just got to be able to read between the lines because maybe they ain't always giving you the verbal.
That's true.
They just might fall asleep on your ass.
That's true.
I've actually also, and correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but I have not to say that I've never done something that was not enjoyed, but what I've
falling asleep is not always an indicator that it was bad.
True. I've also found that men, it seems to me that men are less likely to say something in general because they just like bitches playing with their dicks. So
I might agree.
Like I know that it can exist that you do it poorly, but if I've never been told. Mm-hmm. That no, that's not it.
I have actually stopped somebody once. Like, all right, I'm thank you.
I've only stopped somebody when it got very crazy down. I'm like, you gonna kill me. It's just I don't know what's going on. What you thought that was, that can't be what you believe that's it.
Yeah.
Go and cut just no. Yeah.
I mean, disappointment's a real thing. I had someone who I figured, there's certain people out there in the world, they say things about themselves. Sometimes they wear crimson and they move their body in a sexual manner. I was, it was my assumption that they were good at certain things. I haven't been back down that road since.
You can't be a false prophet out here. Like, you can't be out here selling wolf tickets, talking about, you A1 at something, and then you're not.
That was the absolute worst.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, who pledged you because they didn't have you do it correctly?
Not you almost had that motherfucker put out.
I was gonna call the people.
They're fucking frack.
Give them back your colors.
Damn.
If I'd have looked on the news, Coley, and saw that you went to nationals,
I went to conclave like that nigga right there.
Point of order.
Oh yeah. Well, that leads into the next one. So that's kind of hilarious. As we're talking about sex and whatnot, have y'all had any type of embarrassing or funny stories with your sex experience? I'll go first. How about this?
Okay.
What you got, Esquire?
So, I remember I went to go visit a lady friend of mine. She was
a lady friend.
Yeah, a lady friend of mine, and she was house sitting for one of her friends or whatever. Her friends were like, "Okay, real cool. If you're gonna, do what y'all do, whatever. Just make sure y'all clean up." Get over there. The air conditioner was fucking broke. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but it felt, and it was summertime.
Oh no!
And it felt real crazy.
But does it?
That ain't good.
But so we in the back or whatever, and she was just like, "All right, we're gonna take this, the sheets off the bed, whatever, yada yada, because I don't want to have to wash anything, whatever, yada yada." And the girl's mattress was like one of those. Have you ever seen like one of those student mattresses where it had like the tarp on the mattress?
Yes.
And that you would find.
Yeah.
So we're on this tarp mattress. It's getting hot, literally. We getting hot. And we are literally in there drenched in fucking sweat. Like pouring rain sweat. And so as we're trying to move around, we're like slipping and sliding and shit. And you try to hit something from the back, your feet like slipping and shit.
No, man.
Losing your grip. Exactly.
You can't stand up in it like that.
You can't stand up in it.
No.
It got to the point where we had to stop when I was trying to like hit it from the back, and I'm literally trying to hold on to her waist, and I like slip and fall and land on her fucking back.
No.
So somebody ends up getting the bright idea. I don't know if it was me or her. She was like, "Why don't we just go into the fucking shower and just do a cold shower or something like that?" And I was like, "A cold shower and fuck?" I don't know. We ended up in that shower and fucking, but it was just still like that was terrible.
Oh no!
And I could have sworn we burned through all of our deodorant. It was just
not mid-stroke.
It was not. It was not good.
Deodorant.
Hold on. Let me go reapply over here.
Ooh, feel good.
It's not good. I love hot and heavy, but hot and sweaty like that was not really.
Yeah, no, that would also kill my mood if I get too hot, overheated. Can't do it.
Yeah, I think there's a fine line,
Yeah, like where it's like hot and it enhances it.
Yeah.
And then there's like we can't function.
Yeah,
and that's not gonna work.
Was dehydrated. Like niggas was in the kitchen, butt ass naked, fighting over water.
They'll take IVs later on.
Exactly.
No, that's too much. That's too much. And your friend ought to be ashamed of herself for letting y'all do that.
Was this in dormitory days? Like, because what's the deal with the tarp on the mattress?
I don't know why she had those kind of mattresses
broke
on her. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Because it was just like, I was like, I've seen these before. I remember I was really weirded out by it.
Huh.
And I was like, you just have these in your house? Like, did you steal these when you moved out of the fucking door? Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's all you knew?
And it was a guest room, so I guess you put whatever the fuck you want.
She was trying to set a vibe.
So,
East a vibe.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. So, I once went home with a young man. And during this interaction was so bland.
Oh shit!
Just like we had great conversation all night. Like it's leading up. You're like, oh, this is about to be it. This is gonna be so great. We get to the house, and first, while we like getting ready and into the mood, the nigga asked me if I wanted a sandwich. Like we're like making out, we're doing other things.
Like, is there somebody coming in?
No.
Is there a third person involved?
Like he's like, "Do you want a sandwich?" Like in the middle of us like getting
an actual sandwich.
Yes, like a sandwich. And I was like, no. He was like, "I gotta eat." Like, so he like stops. He stops. He's in the kitchen making a full-on sandwich. Yeah. Lettuce, tomato, whole wheat bread, mayonnaise, Dijon, and like he's standing there like with his like what do you call his tank top and no drawers, like he's just making a sandwich, and I'm sitting here like,
Where were you at this point? Where were you at?
I'm in I was in the bedroom at first. Like, he really go get a sandwich? And I get up and he's in the kitchen making a fucking sandwich. And I'm like, part of me was like, do I want a sandwich?
Right.
But then also,
why you in there?
Like, I see him take out, he had like fresh deli meats. Like, it wasn't like, it wasn't like the packaged kind. It was like, we got that from the deli.
Yeah.
I mean, it's late. I kind of, no, I don't want no damn sandwich. Like, I said, hey, come here, let me talk to you for a minute. like let's reel it back in. Did whatever I had to do to get that, going back again. And we're back in the moment. We're doing it. It's fine. But then it wasn't. So it got to the point where he had Miss Nikki's favorite Henny Dick. Henny Dick, Whiskey Dick. And I was done. I was over it. My time had come and gone. And he was still not where he needed to be. And I looked at my watch. So we're talking, hitting it from the back. I'm looking at my watch. I'm in motion, looking at my watch. And this is during finals time. I'm thinking to myself, I have a final in 4 hours. This ain't it. So
the sun is peeking up.
The sun, the sunlight. So I'm looking at my watch. I realize I have a final in 4 hours. I go ahead and slide right out of that. I say, hey, you know what? I gotta go. And he's standing there. And you can imagine that, dick hard, just sitting there like, what you mean? I said, this isn't working. I gotta go. And I put all my clothes on and I left him there. Still standing there. I brought his sandwich that he didn't finish back to the room.
A little final snack.
I said, here's the rest of your sandwich. See you? That just wasn't wasting my time. We've gone in however fucking long, an hour maybe at this point. And it's supposed to be one of them post-bar hookups. It shouldn't take that fucking long. And I don't know what your deal is, but no thanks. And he texted me the next couple of days really? You just gonna that's when he realized that I did leave him there, a couple days later. He's like, hey,
what was that shit that happened last Thursday?
You just gonna leave me like that? I'm like, bruh, I'm not. He's like, well, can we no. No. Not at all. I never went back, and I walked out of there, got in my car what the fuck? I'm tired. Golly. It's crazy. I was pissed. I hate Whiskey Dick. Ugh. A sandwich.
Well.
Yeah. Well, in keeping with the food theme, yeah, I got a pretty interesting story, I guess. It involves two white young ladies.
Okay, Lawrence.
All right, threesome.
Some niggas from Detroit. The Salisbury Mall. Shout out to Salisbury Mall. And various...
Which, by the way, if you don't live here in North Carolina, don't ever go to the Salisbury Mall. No. But if you do, this makes it a whole lot better.
Yes, and maybe worse at the same time. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out. And then some various kitchen-found condiments, such as barbecue sauce and ranch dressing.
What the fuck was going on?
It was a wild day. I'm not.
Sounds like an episode of Hell's Kitchen. I don't.
It was a cross between Great American Baking Show and Hotel Lust or whatever that is that Fox has out now. The homies came down to visit me. This was when I was living in Salisbury, in school in Salisbury.
Good times.
Yeah, a lot of good times. We went to the mall. I don't know why. We went to the mall for some reason. And there were these young ladies kind of lingering around the exit of the mall. No. And the homie decided to go over there and talk to them. We struck up a conversation. It was all good. He told them to follow us back to the crib. They come back to the crib. And my other homie, it was three of us total. One of them was like, I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm staying in the living room. Y'all just count me out.
Oh, shit.
And so he was just sitting in the living room. And me and the other homie with the other two young ladies went back to the room. And so we're getting into it. The music is playing. We got the sexy music playing. Foreplays is happening. And one of the young ladies expressed that, in the whole topic of giving head and whatnot, she didn't necessarily like to do it, but she would be more inclined to do it if she could taste something flavorful while fellatiating.
Oh, okay.
And so
right.
So the homie's like, okay, yeah, that's no problem. So he runs into the kitchen, ass naked, while the other homie's sitting in the living room like, man, come on, dog. Runs into the kitchen, grabs something out the refrigerator, and comes back out. This thing has barbecue sauce. Because I didn't have much. I was still a broke college student.
It's at your house, okay?
Yeah, this is my house. I didn't have. This was apartment J.
Shout out!
I remember apartment J.
Apartment J.
It had an awkward sort of layout to it. All we had really in there was barbecue sauce and ranch. And both of those made their way back out into the bedroom.
My.
Wow.
My word.
Definitely, poured and sauced up the situation. But it was all in.
With both?
Yeah.
Both?
Well, no, I didn't cross sauce.
Okay,
didn't cross sauce. No, because that would have been a faux pas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Frowned upon.
But no, we kept the sauces separate, and yes, the young ladies proceeded to fellatiate and suck all the sauces off. But it did not feel great. I will tell you, it wasn't the head that was bad; it was the sauce that caused a lot of the problems. The sauces started to seep into orifices.
No.
The barbecue sauce was tangy. A little bit of tang to it.
Like sweet and spicy.
Not the most comfortable thing. Long story short, be careful what type of condiments you use. Anything that's got like a little bit of spice and a tang to it, you don't want to put that anywhere near open body parts. So that's that there. That's a lot of information.
The things you learn in college.
Things you learn in college, yeah.
You was messing with those white chicks. You should have probably had some emergency mayonnaise.
Right. Here is that, as my auntie would say.
I should have some helmets somewhere up in there.
Fucking around with them white girls. Get you some Dukes.
There's some Dukes up on that joint. No. I would draw the line right there. They would have had to leave the house. They would have asked for some mayonnaise. I don't know about this barbecue sauce, but do you have some mayonnaise? Get out. Get out right now.
I only do if you have the mayonnaise.
Right now, get out.
That's wow. No.
It sounds like a business idea, so you need to instead of sexual lubes and oils and stuff,
just get some flavored sensations.
You know what? Dare I say, Miss Nikki, if you hear me, where is our nut butter? Okay. We're supposed to have nut butter. We've been talking about it for ages. Where is the nut butter?
Don't do a shameless plug for something that's not out yet.
Listen, I'm just calling out to my friend who supports me and my ideas, okay?
Okay, well, look.
Wait a second. I just got to go back and say I was very young during this time. I have since moved away from experimenting with sauces.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Ladies, yes, Benji was very young then, and he is now older. So much, in fact, that he has a birthday on Friday. Shout out, Benji Banger.
Happy birthday, Benji.
Happy birthday, Benji.
Appreciate it.
So if you see him out there in the club with some barbecue sauce,
you catch me in that barbecue aisle, it might still go down.
If them chicken tenders a little dry, slide Benji some barbecue sauce.
That Chick-fil-A honey roasted barbecue sauce.
Oh, there you go.
That's a
little sweet baby Ray. Where is it?
I don't want nothing falling into my fucking penis. And I mean that for real. I can't even imagine how that fucking felt. We probably would have fought me in that way.
Oh, shout out to being young and dumb as fuck. My word.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to the next one then. So the next thing that we have here is, would you ride the red wave? And for our listeners out there that don't understand, would you allow yourself to have sex as a young lady with someone else?
I would like you guys to answer the question first.
Well, it depends. Yes, but it depends on how well we know each other. Like, are we in a relationship? If we're in a relationship...
Hold on, Benji. Let me explain what it is. Just in case. Would you have sex with a girl while she's on her period?
Yes.
Yes.
If we're in a relationship.
Okay.
Then, yeah. Like, now, if this is just some random... Like, if this is something strange... Like, then no. I don't know you well enough. I need to know more about you. I need to know the last four of your social and your middle name before we get to this point.
You need to have been to the cookout at the house.
Yes, exactly.
True. Okay.
this is a hard one for me. I think I'm probably in the Benji camp with we need to be married. By the time I do that, I've had terrible experiences where terrible experiences where you run up in that thing and you think you got a crime scene, or it might have like a smell on it or something like that, and it's just like it's very scarring for me.
Yeah.
So I would need to. We would need to be. I need to see you push that kid out, and then we go from there.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna happen regardless.
Well, also like it can't be a surprise.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be communication about it.
Yeah.
I did have a situation where a young lady made her way into my living quarters. And
didn't divulge.
We were dating at this time, like, we had been around each other for a minute, so, like, we had, our social cues, our relationship cues. She got into the bed naked, so I knew what that meant.
Yeah.
And so, like, but I reach around and I feel something like, that doesn't belong there. It's like a piece of string. And I'm like, did the hair grow overnight? Like, this isn't hair. This is
a tampon.
Yes.
The tampon.
It's a tampon. Yes. And now, you don't know me that well, Radio Land, but I take a lot of pride in my sheets. I like to have very nice sheets.
Yeah.
I like to get the Egyptian cotton, as sold at the mall kiosk.
Okay. Hold on, before you go into your weave and your thread count, was this just a random or was this?
No, this was somebody I was dating at the time. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
okay.
This was my girlfriend.
Okay.
Girlfriend.
And so and she just got in and like I was like, whoa, hold on, like what's happening? She was letting me like rub around and she knew what was going on because she knew what I was doing. I'm rubbing down there. I'm like getting real familiar, and then I get over there and I'm like, wait, nope, yep, this. No, what is
this secret string?
This is a tampon. And I started like tugging on it for a minute because I didn't know what it was. Like, what is it?
And she probably was getting
It's a tampon.
Keep
Don't stop.
Keep pulling it.
I was taken back by that. I'm like, yo, how are you not gonna let me know? Like, you were just gonna let me continue to go down the road. And also, like, my sheets.
Yeah,
how you just gonna
damn all that, my goddamn sheets.
My sheets, you bitch.
All over my sheet, and I'm not that type of dude. I wasn't gonna trip all the way like that, but I was a little offended. I was a little offended by that situation. I just would have rather known what the deal was. She said she forgot.
No.
Personally, I don't have a vagina, and I don't know what it's like to have a period.
How long was her tampon in there for you to forget that you were on your period?
I've heard people died off shit like that, right?
You are only supposed to keep that in there for so long.
She said she forgot that it was in there. Like, not like she had it in there for weeks and forgot that it was in there, but like in that moment, she said she forgot that she was on. Again, I've never had a period. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know if it's something that you could forget throughout the day. But
no.
So there you have it, which justifies in my mind my anger and again my sheets.
Yeah, she was irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 thread count.
I haven't been tricked like that. I've only had situations where it's, oh yeah, I'm done with it. It's done today. My cycle ended today. We good or whatever. Yeah. And you get up in there and you got ketchup dick. So,
that is disgusting.
And like I said, you get that smell or you see it and it's just like this is not
right. Like, let me make that choice. Like, I'm, again, like, I like to think I'm a little evolved, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just completely tripping off of it just to be tripping and shit, but, like, I like to know what's going on. Like, don't surprise me with that.
I would like to know what's going on so I can say absolutely not. Hell no.
So, my turn?
Yes.
As the lady here. No.
No, you will not?
You're not no one's riding my red wave. For all of those reasons and more.
It's not a hard no.
No, it is.
It's never a hard no.
It's a hard no. Never done it. So I don't like it. It's a personal thing. I don't like how I feel when I'm having that time of my life. So I don't want to be near anybody. So, including you and your penis.
You don't want any sausage. You don't want any sausage with your ketchup.
I don't need anything from a nigga during that time of my life. So, it's no thank you for me. So
even the sides for the two guys and the one girl. Also, the gate is closed and locked.
Right.
Locked. Nobody's coming through the gate. The tomfoolery can stay on the other side.
There you go. Yeah.
When you get really, really horny, there's got to be some things. That gate might be.
There's some freaky situations that you get some WD-40 on that gate, and that gate will swing right open.
It's like, hey,
no, like people like my homegirls have given me shit about this, but I'm just like, I don't. For me, it's not something that makes me feel comfortable. Like when I'm in that during those 4 to 6 days of my life, like I don't want to be bothered with most anything. So, and yet, technically, when women are in that, when they're on their cycles, they have heightened hormones. So you feel like you want to do things. But then for me personally, I'm just like, it's really not that serious. Like, I will wait. And as soon as that thing is dried and clear, you are my first phone call. But until then, leave me the hell alone. Like, leave me all the way alone. So, that's just me.
What if he says, hey, look, why don't we just, get in the shower or whatever, don't have to worry about it getting everywhere. You probably won't even see it. Let's just go somewhere wet.
Why are you always trying to like get me to I have had I'm 33. So I'm out here with whatever the hell else, 21 years with me in this cycle, and we don't want you in here with us.
No.
The pain that sometimes we endure inside hurts worse if we were to...
You're talking about like cramping and whatnot?
Yes, because like cotton candy machine with the knife.
Yeah. Like I know some women have like extremely like hard periods and like really bad cramping and stuff, and some women like don't experience that at all. Like,
yes, this is true. And so that's why some of my homegirls are like, well, this and that, and I'm like, bitch, I don't want you near me during the time of my life. So that's it.
What if he puts like a little bit of Motrin on the tip of his penis?
What? A little Midol? Real crushed up Midol?
He's plugging you with Motrin.
And he's like, I just want to get straight to the source and help you feel better.
That sounds too much like a barbecue sauce ranch dressing situation, and
you gotta be careful with that Motrin at your opening.
That 500 milligrams, I don't want any parts of that.
That might change your life.
Shout out Randy Jackson. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no.
It's a fucking no.
It's a fucking no.
In case y'all are wondering, your kids still can't listen to this.
Yes, this is getting out of control. All right,
we're only halfway through.
We
got the worst birds and the bees talk.
Oh,
this is the realest. This is the birds and the bees song that you need to have.
This is
right. Shout out to our kids, wherever they are in the universe, floating around.
Let them listen to
just sit down. Listen.
So look, next one is emotional versus physical intimacy. So making love versus fucking. What would you rather have, or what's the benefits of both?
I'm gonna say for me it's situational, which like a lot of things are. So if you're with someone, and if you've ever been in love and all that shit, sure I've been in love.
Time or two.
When you're in love, they're interchangeable depending on what's happening. So when you're in love, they're situational, and that is what it is. So you want to have those moments with the person that you love, where it's like, oh my God, this is so wonderful and beautiful. The birds chirping, the dawning of the Aquarius, whatever the fuck. And then it's other times when you're like, nah, I beat that.
Your back blown out.
Right. Beat it from the side like a motherfucking bass drum. Yes. And when you're single, I think it just kind of depends on the mood you're in. Now, the kind of person that I am, I feel like most of my sexual encounters are somewhere in between. Just because of the kind of person I am. Like, I feel like I'm super passionate, so that's just me. But I have met dudes. Like, I met a dude that I was sleeping with off and on, who every time we fucked, it felt like he loved me.
Oh, damn.
So it was just like, and I don't know if I kept coming back because of some weird shit going on inside of me, because I didn't want him like that. But I was like, oh, this is nice.
But you enjoy that closeness. And
yes, it was like, oh, this is nice.
Like he loved you.
It felt different. It felt like, oh, this is...
Was he like all up in your ear with that ASMR? Like...
Such true life.
So FOMO. Was that like... Is that how it felt like? Or was it just...
Was he telling you he loved you?
I don't recall hearing that, but it just felt different than other similar scenarios I've been in where you're sleeping with somebody on the regular, but that's not what you. There's no feelings attached to it.
Yeah,
okay.
It felt differently, and I noticed the difference. I was like, well, this is nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You know.
I think you're right as far as like with the situational, depending on what it is. For me, I am a very passionate type person. When I fucking get in there, I love kissing. I love that closeness or whatever. Even though we can do all that, and I still be like, I'll never call you again, or it's not gonna be anything more than that. It's something about that intimacy when you having sex with someone. Like, I don't know. And then when I get really drunk and I have sex, then it's a complete opposite. Like, if I know what the fuck is going on, I'm going to want to kiss. I'm gonna want to suck on your neck and do different things like that. That's gonna hit your spot and have you feeling like, oh God, yes, our spirits are connected.
Have her feeling like you love her.
Have her feeling like you love. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I'm
Side note, America, that was not Esquire that I was sleeping with.
That was not it. That was not me. That was not me. That was whoever that young man is out here listening. Like, high fiving somebody. To my bro, I told you. That's
how you get it.
That's why she was over here cooking.
I wish that y'all could see my face right now.
Never that.
What was the question? Oh, okay.
Emotional versus
physical. Oh, gotcha. I think both can be cool. Yeah, again, circumstantial. Circumstance will call for what is needed. I think you just got to be in tune with what's going on and be able to read the situation.
That's true.
And respond to the situation. Sometimes you need to caress. Sometimes you need to grab. You know what I'm saying? But that's all going to depend on energy just flowing back and forth.
And it's 2019, so grab respectively.
You definitely get consent before you start grabbing.
Start asking.
A consensual grab.
You
Exactly.
like to be choked?
You know what I'm saying?
To what extent?
A survey or whatever you got to do.
4 fingers or 5?
Or 11.
Or 11.
Wait, what?
Have y'all been choked? You did any type of choking or anything?
That's a different question?
Well, that is a very different question, but that goes along with it. I have been in situations where that's what the young lady wanted, and I'm not saying like, but that's like she come on, she wanted it. No, like she actually said that's what she wanted. So, yes, I have not received the choking. Like I don't think maybe there's another level that I haven't reached yet. But as it stands right now, nothing about sex or having sex or sexy time has ever made me want to be choked. Again, I'm still fairly young. So, like, I think that maybe
that was that lie you were telling that choked you.
That was the Crown Peach. But at this point, as it stands right now, today, I do not want to be choked.
I'm not really with the abuse. Maybe a bite, but not any type of choking. I've never experienced where a young lady has wanted to be choked, and I damn sure don't want to be choked my damn self. But I had a homeboy who said that when it comes to choking, she has to know how to do it and do the right amount of force. And I just have a real fear of strangulation. So I don't even know what that would really look like.
That's a lot of research that goes into
right. And I just don't. I don't.
Yeah.
There was that one comedian. I've been choked before. It ain't no sexy thing.
Right. Yeah. It's it's not. And then I think a lot of people confuse like that actual fixation thing with like the motion itself, which for some women is a turn on. Right. So I will say that, like maybe a dude grabbing me by my neck, but not squeezing.
Close to us, but
yes,
right, okay.
Like
it's
that.
The idea of it.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of a turn on, but like the actual choking for me, not so much.
Right.
Because it's like, ooh, nigga, no, what is this?
Yeah.
It's hot in here.
I keep it going.
Let me just stop you right there.
Right.
Please don't squeeze.
Yes, like that's and like
okay. So in the same vein of choking, see what I did there. What about like biting, slapping, smacking?
Well, we're gonna table that.
Okay, all right.
We'll table that one maybe.
No, we can jump right into it. Hell.
Okay. All right.
Biting, slapping, and all that kind of. Like I said, I'm down for like some bites or whatever. Slapping in the face or. Is that what you talking about?
I'm sorry.
You mean actually slapping?
Your bonnet has shifted over. And you look like a chef right now. A pastry chef.
Bro, I'm feeling real comfortable right now in this goddamn bonnet.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the biting and the slapping.
Explain what you mean with the slapping.
The slapping, like, not like, slapping in the face, because that's not sexy.
Spanking?
Spanking,
yes.
But it was slapping that ass. There's a difference between spanking and slapping that ass.
Yes.
So yes, we're referring to the slapping
of that sort.
Of that ass, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, and I would hope that you enjoy it if I'm hitting it from the back or whatever. Whoa, you alright?
I was about to sneeze. I'm trying to find it. Don't mind me.
Alright. I would hope that you'd be into it, but yeah, I don't know, something about, I do like biting. I do. I like, if I'm down there going in, biting on the interior of your legs or whatever.
Not the interior.
The interior. In that region or whatnot, trying to
HGTV, you niggas.
out of it. HGTV.
Come on, DIY that pussy. What?
I am about to house hunt all over that ass.
What is that, down in your pussy? Down in your
CC! From
What
the
you say,
back.
DIY down in your pussy?
I like it.
Well, biting.
All that stuff is good. Biting is sexy. Spanking is cool. Although those are normal things, I think. The actual slapping, like we went away from. Some people like that shit. I don't like mixing violence with sex. So if it gets violent, like I don't want that. There's a different. And some people, for whatever reason, if you like that shit, that's cool. Like there's no judgment here.
Yeah.
Like do your thing, whatever you got to do to get to where you got to get to. But I'm good.
Again, we just want to remind all of our listeners, it's all about consent.
Yes.
Communication and consent. Don't just start off, day one, night one, trying to choke a motherfucker like that. Usually that's something you got to work your way towards. So yeah, make sure you talk about that.
We don't want any SVU episodes.
Oh, please no.
Being fucking made.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses.
Are there any limits that you have?
Oh yeah, plenty of limits.
Oh,
anal.
What you say, huh?
Anal.
So
no.
Nothing.
Wait a minute. That's not even a conversation.
That's absolutely no. Nothing in the poop chute.
Nothing. Not even a little tongue action.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so you're fine.
All
you're
right.
fine with anal eating, but not.
What about a little
not
finger
even eating?
action?
Not even eating. Whoa. That's not.
What about
a
a pinky?
Pinky, maybe.
That's a gateway. That's a gateway.
I'm about to say,
No, it's not.
Work your way up to the ring.
You ever had a dick in your ass?
No.
Okay. It's not a gateway. It's not a gateway.
I'm sure it'll build you up a little bit.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not a gateway.
Oh my God.
A gateway implies that there's a large opening. It's not.
Who the hell left that gateway?
Nobody.
So wait a minute.
Not a single motherfucking person.
So you never had Buddy tagging it from behind and he stick like a little bit of a finger in there.
What Benji just confirmed.
Well, you said a pinky is fine, but
pinky.
Okay, so pinky.
Here's the thing about booty hole play. It's got to be. We got to be full on, really in this moment, and we're doing some good things, having a good time. It's
so
more,
you're saying you can't just go from a kiss on the cheek to
correct, and it's also more of like a reawakening of the moment kind of thing. Like maybe we're kind of trying to regain momentum, and that's okay. But then we're done with that, and then let's go back to the thing that I'm okay with.
So
circle back.
We can't stay in it too long.
No,
that is not the main attraction.
it's like ooh, we're still good. All right, but then we're done there.
It's like when you just need to pass on the right real quick on the highway.
Yes,
Not
like
bad.
real quick, rest up. Ooh, back up.
Because the left lane was full. So.
Not so. Are you losing steam at this point where he has to put the finger?
Or maybe you're enjoying it and you wanted to kind of continue a little bit.
Okay.
And so let's just get that going. So like I like it enough to keep the mood going, but not enough for that to be the finishing or like a continuation of things. I don't want that.
Okay, so don't let that be your finishing move.
Correct. We're not finishing there.
We're not starting it.
You know how NASCAR they go around like 500 times and sometimes they stop. Yes.
That's a pit stop.
But they get right the fuck out of there.
Change the tires and get back out to the race.
Yes. That is exactly it. Thank you.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's probably my only limit. That and like actual violence. I don't want that. So, which I consider anal also violence.
I'm trying to think about what exactly my limits are. I mean, besides, I'm not doing anal at all. But besides for any of that, I don't think I really have too many besides for no violence, as I'm listing things. No violence and choking and all that kind of stuff. But I'm pretty open-minded. Like, I think anything can be turned into a pleasurable moment depending on how it's done. So
bitch said, Esquire, I want you to read all your briefs to me.
Well, I mean,
on January 9th, 1999.
I'm like, well, as
some
I'm
torts.
As I'm doing it, you just put my dick in your mouth and we'll just go through it. Page 1. and hum a little bit, bitch, while you doing it.
This is your note.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying. I can't think of anything that I was absolutely like hard stop. No, I remember I thought I would be against like toys and stuff being used in the bedroom and whatnot, but like I said again, depending on how it's done, I remember I was fucking some chick and she wanted to use like a little bullet that she had or whatever, and she wanted me to stimulate the clit while I was going in. I thought that was a pretty cool little experience there. You know, at first I was like, wait a minute, you shouldn't need a toy with this.
I'm about to say, so you didn't feel the need to like to do whatever that was doing for her?
Well, I was eating it and I was giving her that same kind of pleasure, but then when I was going in, she's like, let's add this, I want to do this. Like, she always liked to do different things and experiment. So
okay.
There you go. Okay.
What if she wants to wear her bonnet? How do you feel about wearing bonnets?
I mean, hey, as long as the pussy wet, I'm cool with it.
Well, it just depends on if you got the right bonnet.
I'm about to say
that's pre-soaked.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I'm not here for the bonnet. I'm here for the.
This is true.
For the box.
The juice box.
The juice box.
Oh my.
Skirt.
Especially you pop up somewhere, you catch her off guard a little bit. She might have it. Like, hey, I know it's late.
Right.
Don't change on my account.
It's after hours.
Can I come in? Literally.
Limitations, drawing the line. Like, I like to think of myself as a pretty open-minded dude, and in the heat of the moment, I think I'm willing to try most things. There is a line, but I haven't been in a situation where I've had to be like, that's it, that's the line, that's the line right there. I think if I had
pineapples,
like no pineapples nowhere. That shit, like, something in pineapples cuts your tongue. Like, you gotta understand that shit is gonna be dangerous in your body. Again, going back to the barbecue sauce and whatnot.
Careful, the acidity.
A bad experience. I think, like, with the anal, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I put my tongue in some places before, and it wasn't as the worst thing in the world. It definitely got an arousal. Definitely added to the experience. Not
no limits.
Well, let me ask.
No limits.
There ain't no limits. There are some.
When I said my anal, I meant as far as there are some women out there like to play with guys' behinds and shit.
Oh, like if a chick want to lick your dumpster. That's my homie that called a dumpster.
Lick the dumpster.
Lick the dumpster. I have had that experience before. I will report that. I made noises that I am not comfortable with repeating.
Again,
that was an
this
experience.
is your note.
This is your note. Yeah, I was.
It's a weird feeling, bro.
It is a very weird feeling, and I am not gonna lie to you.
Go back.
We went into some straight tear it up after that. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. But again, that's in certain situations and in the comfort. And we were in a relationship too. That goes.
Yes, there's also that.
Too. Yeah.
Yes.
If we're in a long-term relationship and we've been together we're talking years now, we're gonna have to start trying some other shit. Because otherwise, we just gonna get bored and we're gonna be looking outside of the relationship.
And then you gonna cheat.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, what? No, correct.
Too late. You agreed.
No, like that makes a difference too, because that's a comfort thing.
Yeah.
So if it's just like a hookup, that's very different. So like if I was hooking up with someone and that's what happened, like, oh wait, wow,
yeah,
okay.
No, like if we if we met,
that's what you're doing
on this same day, like within this 12-hour span, we met.
Well,
and
not even that. If it's just like our first time doing something, even if we've been going on some dates and whatever we decide that's what we're gonna do now, like
if this is where okay, so if we've been dating and this is just our first sexual experience, like if I've known you for a couple months and this is like how things start off, then I'm gonna be very intrigued as to where this goes. If we just met and this is how things start off, then I'm gonna probably just be like, I don't think we should continue right now.
Right, because like you don't even know that I won't.
Right, because I don't know you well enough to have a good grasp on what type of things you put your mouth on and whether or not you wash your hands regularly.
Or
things that I need to know.
Whether you wash your ass if you
exactly.
want to.
Yeah, that like I'm not doing those kinds of things.
Wash your ass, and
right.
that was a huge part of it too. Like I watched you wash your ass,
right?
So I know it's clean.
The ass play is a little bit
at 5:30 p.m. I'm not trying to go in there when you just getting home.
No,
I'm not diving
I'm not
into
doing
that.
that.
That's a late night thing, and we've had a nice time. That's what that is. Yeah.
Again, this is not the time for your mother to start listening.
I was about to say, kids check. Where are your children? It's 9:05 p.m. Where are your kids?
This might be how your kids came up in here.
Oh, well, technically, no, if we're talking about anal.
Well, it could have led to.
Well, yes. There's that. The funky good time. Cool.
or your kids just find out their parents is freaks, too.
Oh, the worst. Oh, we don't have this on the list.
No,
but have you ever had that experience with your parents? Has that happened to you?
You walked in on them?
Yeah, walked in, heard, things got super uncomfortable, whatever the fuck else. I have never
walked in or heard, but we knew what time and when it was going down with my parents. They would disappear. It was pretty regular. They like, especially Sundays after church.
Well, there are 4.
Oh damn! Right after church.
Not right after church, but like 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
There are 4 of y'all, so yeah, that makes sense.
There's 4 of us, yeah.
So they know
that
strangers.
we know of. So,
right.
So I knew that there was some sort of regularly scheduled event. I also don't just I don't like being around when they start getting playful with one another. Like I don't need to be a part of that. Like I don't need to be witness to y'all whispering and shit and I don't ever want to see my daddy's hand slapping or pinching my mama's ass. I just no. See, my parents have never been that affectionate. More power to y'all, but I don't need to be a party to that.
I guess I can kind of say that I knew when everybody do it as well. My parents, my bedroom was like right beside theirs.
That's unfortunate.
Coming up, and so my dad.
For you and them.
Yes, and my dad didn't give a fuck. And neither did my mom apparently. So literally, they would wait till late at night, and I remember like, especially in the summertime, I knew they was getting it in because you don't have to fucking go to school or whatever. Yeah. And my dad would come in, hey, it's time to go to sleep. And I'm like, hey, sir, it's summertime. I can stay and watch as much cartoons as I want. Turn the TV off. All right, whatever. They didn't give you NyQuil, did they? Kool-Aid. Every time my father came in there to tell me it's time to go to sleep, I knew he was ready to wax my mama's ass.
You think he let you leave the TV on?
Yeah. Right.
Leave it on.
Go ahead and turn
he was trying to hurry up and get me straight to sleep, like I was gonna fall asleep like a brick.
What
and
is
he in there wearing my mama out. I did not like any of that.
No.
Have you ever confronted him? Well, go ahead.
No. I only have one memory. I was older in life, living with my parents back home temporarily. Nancy was off at college. She was not living at home at the time. It was one of those nights. My mom was always like, when I went out, like, if you're going to come home, come home. But if you're not coming home, let me know. I think that was more so.
That should have been your first clue.
The way she played it was, I want to know that if you're coming home, I want to know where you are.
That's exactly how she played it.
So I thought it was a safety thing for me.
Should have liked that screen though.
There was a night where I had said I was not coming home, but the events of my night, like
Cover your ears, Nancy.
I didn't like where my night went, so I was like, fuck this, I'm going home, which was rare for me. and I went home. And perhaps I should have stayed away from home. That's all I'll say. Those who know my parents, it's a rough thing for me, as it is for Benji. I think we have a similar thing for how we feel the way we feel about them, due to how their lives are currently and in the past.
Right.
We don't want to believe that that's what they do. I was very upset. I think I left.
Wait a minute, you walked in on your parents having sex?
I didn't walk in my house. You've been to my parents' home, and there's not a lot of space in there.
Well, I didn't know they was like in the living room or something.
No, in their bedroom, door closed, whatever. And I'm like, woo,
audible.
Oh, no. And I left. I went back.
Very upset.
I went back to my friend's house because I did not want to be in the house for the remaining of the night. So I don't know if they knew I came home or not. Nothing ever happened the next day.
I think they know now.
They not listening. My mother said she listened to a few parts of an episode in the very beginning and said, that's not for me. I said, I told you. She said, but I'm glad you're having a good time. Same to you, Mom.
Have you ever to this day let your parents know that you knew there was
never that?
Absolutely not.
I would never have that conversation with them.
I guess I'm
ever.
the only one then, because I smooth after I started getting older. And I didn't say this to my dad. I told this to my mom. I remember we were in the kitchen or whatever, and she was in there cooking or whatever, and I was like, Mama, I heard y'all. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like,
oh, no.
Oh,
and
no.
she was like, get out of here. Get out of here. And I heard her like later on talking to my aunt, talking about, yeah, he come up in here talking to me, talking about he heard us or whatever, and I don't care.
You're going to hear us again tonight.
Right. Just about. And sure enough.
Yeah, no, I would never have that conversation with my parents. I'll let that be where it is.
I can understand and accept the fact. Like, I'm actually happy that they might at this age still be having sex.
That's what's up.
That is great. But I just don't. I don't need to hear about it.
Not at all.
And I don't even want to hear. Like, I don't ever want to hear. Stop it. Like, I don't want to hear that.
You don't even want to hear us say stop.
No.
She said preach.
No.
Turn it
let me tell you.
Fucking preach.
These sounds that they make in the pulpit.
Oh my God. Stop, Benji.
It's one of the reasons why I can't go to worship with them.
What's the next category?
Let's pull out of that. Let's pull out of that.
Yeah.
I don't
get
know
real dark.
Pull out.
Real dark.
I see what you did there.
Workplace shenanigans. This is asking.
Workplace shenanigans. Okay, so.
Should you come where you cash, baby?
Should you come where you cash?
It depends on how big of an establishment you work in.
Yes.
Do they work in your department?
Uh-huh.
Are they your direct supervisor or your direct subordinate? Are they responsible for anything in the process of you being paid?
Correct.
These are questions you need to ask yourself.
Uh-huh.
Now, Chef Esquire.
Now he's a chef.
I think
yes.
my views on it changed because when I had like a little whack job or whatever that I didn't really give a damn about if I was serving or whatever,
right.
yada, that's completely different.
Yeah, if you work in a Taco Bell, fuck everybody.
But at the same time,
Including
but
this
now
taco.
as I'm in a career that I want to be in or at a firm that I wanted to work at and everything like that, I ain't want to necessarily muddy the waters like that.
Right. By
trying to start some inner office type romance. Now, I will say at that firm, I think I was the only single person that was there. It was like it's a smaller firm, so I feel like everybody was either engaged or married or whatever, so those temptations weren't there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get to my next place.
Yeah. Coley?
I would say at this point in my life, I'm probably not a fan of it. But, not because anything bad has happened, but you never really know who knows what, and that's the part that is concerning for me. Definitely done it to the point where like there was no issues between me and that other person, but there were moments where I got close to some people who are good friends of mine now, and when I thought that I was revealing something to them, they were like, "Oh, girl, we knew that." I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And like so, perception is real. So like I don't know. Like I don't want people talking about me. So I think at this point, that's probably not something I will do. In my new job, I started and ended a workplace romance very quickly. Not because of that.
Working there for 2 weeks.
Well, Not because of that, but as I thought about it, I was like, and that could have turned out to be whatever the hell else. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
Right.
The building is never as big or small as you think it is.
This is true.
So,
my uncle used to say, "You never shit where you eat at."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
But it kind of depends on the situation because you can't help where you meet somebody.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you could possibly one of the things that I think is important in meeting people at this stage in life is finding people who share common interest or share your values or whatever. And a lot of times those are going to be the people that you work with.
Yeah.
Because y'all are working in the same space, y'all value some of the same things, y'all living
most
sort of the
of the
same
day.
life. Exactly. You spend a
At
lot of
work.
your time with these people.
At work.
Yeah.
That's why I go back to okay, how large is the company? Do they work in your department?
The maturity level of the other person is important too.
All of those things, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have somebody on my radar right now that I work with.
Oh, that's why you're not trying to take my advice about your schedule situation. I see.
It's not the scheduler.
I see. I see.
Definitely not the scheduler.
I see,
Like,
Benji.
Cindy, you
I
trying to put
see.
me at work. I'm trying to spend some time with you.
Right. I'm trying to help you, but you don't want to be saved.
Days off.
Huh.
Yeah. No. But I am kind of reevaluating again. All right, well, we work for the same company, but we don't necessarily work in the same space all the time.
Yeah, that makes a difference too.
Yeah, I might see you twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Is this, because shit can go bad. And shit can also go really, really well.
That's true. Well, my question is, what you evaluating does it make a difference if you're just thinking, hey, I just want to fuck? Or
is this a smash and grab?
Is it a smash and grab situation? Or am I genuinely trying to get to know this person and it's a possibility?
Well, see, this is the thing where, I think it could be more problematic if you are genuinely trying to get to know somebody. Because if you're not on the same page and one person is really trying to, see what's up and the other person is just trying to smash and grab, then, it really sucks. And... this sounds really selfish and fucked up, maybe, but you never want to be the person that was looking for something more.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
True that.
Right.
That other person was just trying to smash and grab.
Right. Just holler at me when you're trying to switch schedules. But that's about it. I ain't got nothing else for you, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, workplace shit. It's just, again, whatever.
I don't know. I think it doesn't really even matter how big the company is. You'll realize how small the world really is.
This is very true.
Even in fucking where we are, this city. Everybody seems to know every fucking body. And then social media, the way that it is, it's going down a little bit of a rabbit hole. But
everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows something about it, and it's unfortunate.
So
careful. Do what you do, but be careful.
Be careful.
Can't say, don't be sorry, bitch. Be careful.
Be careful. All right, what about, speaking of social media and digital and technology, what about sexting and or sending nudes?
Hey, send nudes. First of all, do y'all have nudes out there?
Out there?
What you mean out there?
You know what I mean, out there.
No face, no case. That's what I heard people say.
There's that.
This
is
we
true.
ain't talking about your face.
Possibly. Well, I'm saying though, no face, no case, meaning it may be a nude for me.
Okay, so
I don't have any control over what people
sounds
do
like
with
yeses
things.
all around. For those of you who are keeping score.
I'm not a frequent sender of nudes, but I also cannot control what people do with the things that they receive. So
this is true.
Are they out there?
I think we're living in a time now where it's just kind of accepted that most people have some nudes out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think more so with this, it's whether, when to send them. I don't know. I had a gentleman that I did sleep with at one point or another, and then after the time where we were sleeping with each other off and on, when we had not been doing anything or not really even having that kind of contact, really, he would send me dick pics or videos.
Just randomly, hey, it's
to
Tuesday.
remind you.
Yes, it's Tuesday.
There you go.
Good morning. Good morning. And it's just and at first it was oh, that's, whatever. Because it was something that I'd had and it was fine. But we were not in the same state at this point. So it was this isn't doing anything for me because I can't go to your house.
Long distance peen.
Like, so I don't, and it was just weird and random. And we wouldn't have regular conversation ever. It would just be a dick pic.
At that point, is that harassment?
Well, at some point in I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on here. Like, we haven't, you haven't been back here. We have not, had the sex in a very long time. Like, I don't know what gives you the impression like this is not where we are. Like, I'm not sending any back. I'm not saying, hey, thanks, boo, smiley face, kisses. Stop. And he was like, oh, well, I didn't mean to. I mean, it's fine. Just stop. Like, and I would think like after I didn't say anything originally, like, you should I didn't respond to that. Like, don't send me anymore. So I think the unwanted dick pic is like, bitch, what is going on here?
It still like kind of blows my mind that that's a thing. Like the unsolicited dick pic.
It's crazy. Like, why did you send me this?
That's almost like
surprise,
some young acting type shit. That's like some young acting type shit. Because I remember when I was younger, I would send unsolicited dick pics. But then it's just like as I'm getting older, I'm like, she's clearly not asking for this. I probably don't need to be, trying to send this on her.
It's like, hey boo, how's your day? Oh, I'm good. I'm just, I'm having a good day. Dick. I'm doing this and doing that. Right? Oh yeah, cool. Dick. What?
And here's the thing about dick pics for me. I'm not sending them out frequently because I would rather give you the real thing instead of the digital thing.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
And even in receiving nudes, like I feel like even if we're in the same city and you're sending them, like I don't mind nudes, but that's not what I'm exactly looking for. I really want to be in that moment.
Send me your tax return.
Right. That's almost like like an appetizers and all that kind of stuff, eating snacks and all that shit. I like the main course or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're sending out nudes, I am going to accept them. Might even save them for a rainy day when I need them.
But that's nice.
What if you're having a long day at work and you just need a relief?
Well, here's the thing. That's completely different than just
unsolicited. Like there needs to be, for me, I'm not gonna put words in the Esquire's mouth here, but there needs to be some context to the news being sent because I work with a lot of people throughout the day and their age ranges vary and my familiarity with them varies. And I don't need to be just randomly like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, let me just check this message real quick. And everybody and their mama see like this set of titties that just came through.
Titties.
Not people standing beside you like, Benji, oh, we got a message? What is it?
Oh God. Oh my. Because I don't have that privacy screen.
My word.
So like if you're standing within eye shot, like I can't control what people, some people are just nosy. But also like, let's be tasteful. Like I can be nasty with you, but let's be tasteful.
Yeah, again, like the answer, like don't just unless we're in a relationships is different. So I'm talking like we're not in a thing, like we're not known to be together, because that's one thing. Like if you send, like we talking or whatever, so maybe you send me some pictures every now and then if we're in a relationship, but we're in a situationship or we're in a whatever we're in. And like that's just like, why did you send me this?
Well, I'm gonna go with CC's thing, as I didn't even think of it like that. There's been plenty of times like when you're at work and you're texting or whatever, and you would just rather do anything else than being in what the fuck you got going on. And it's one of the types of things. If you do receive that could be help your day go by a whole lot faster.
But give me like a little step out of your office real quick. Text first. Like let me get that, and then like lead me on a little bit. Like tell me like what's going on. Have me on a treasure hunt. But let me tell you, treasure hunt. Yeah, let me get me on a treasure hunt. But let me tell you what's more offensive to me than like I can't imagine what it's like to receive a dick pic. But let me tell you what I think would be more offensive than that. Don't just fucking FaceTime me out of nowhere, because that to me is even more disrespectful than any sort of news.
Bitch FaceTime me, she butt ass
like whatever you don't just fucking FaceTime me in the middle of the day. Oh, but we have not talked about this shit.
Well, that's true.
That's some shit that I find
very
offensive.
Ain't working. call that nigga. Right. The nude is not working. Call Plan B.
When I hear that, it's just an automatic decline.
Hot girl summer, let me fuck with this nigga real quick.
Do not fucking FaceTime me
with her satin bonnet.
We have not had a conversation about this. If this is some unexpected shit, do not fucking FaceTime me.
Well, I don't have Apple, so I don't have to worry about it.
Skype, Tango, Samsung Video,
don't
whatever.
Fucking video chat me.
Bottom line, know the context. Know when your dick is welcome. Your dick or your pussy. Know when it's welcome. And if it's not, like, don't do that shit. If you're trying to put me in the mood, say something first. Like, just say something.
Put me in the mood.
Right. Like that. You're
trying to pump a little bit.
We're talking about unsolicited. Well, let's flip it to the solicited one.
Well, that's fine. If it's solicited, then that's okay. But like,
I mean, you already cussed me out. I'm saying, when do you solicit dick pics? Like, what is a moment for you?
I don't solicit them.
You don't solicit them?
I have never asked a dude for a dick pic.
Oh, she never.
Hand of God. Jesus right here never asked a nigga for one.
But if a guy asks you for a pussy pic, or
if we're in the thing, like I said, it's context is everything. And that if that's what's happening, that's what's happening.
So, do y'all have to be in the middle of like sexting? What if it's like
I need to know that you got VPN. That
I don't do sexting
line.
either. That's not something I do.
Like I might want to run for office one day. I don't need random shit floating out there. I need to know who you are. I need to know that you got just as much to lose. I need to know that again that you're on a secure network. You better be on somebody's fucking Wi-Fi that's password protected with encryptions. And all of those, like, I just don't feel safe about it. As a matter of fact, Snapchat, I am quite sure, I have no research on this, but Snapchat was invented for fucking sexting.
I have no research.
Probably because it disappears.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Like, that's the whole point.
I completely different on that. I am not worried about the Wi-Fi network. I am not worried about
you on a Boost Mobile.
I am not worried about if Donald Trump is sitting in his bathroom watching our fucking conversation. Like, if I'm in that moment, I want a goddamn nude, then please send me a goddamn nude. We'll figure the rest of it out later.
No, I'm talking about you sending shit.
Oh.
You sending your shit to somebody else on a fucking unsecured network.
Oh well, yeah.
I mean, the fact is, once it leaves your bedroom,
you ain't got nothing.
You have no control over it. Period. Even if it's secured, that person.
Shout out to Jill Scott.
You have no idea what happens after that. Like we said, the question in the very beginning: do you have news floating around? Probably. Because you can't trust niggas or bitches out here.
Everything is saved at this point.
Yeah. Right, the cloud.
Even when you take a goddamn picture of yourself or whatever, that shit is just saved.
Somebody asked me to send news. I am sending a picture of myself shirtless, and then I am going to use Microsoft Paint to draw in the rest of the picture.
And that's why that's how you get cuss you out. That's usually when they're FaceTiming bitch and cussing you clean out. Decline. They are calling ready to cuss you out.
That's funny. No.
That is the most, in this day and for me, that is the most disrespectful shit.
What's the smoothest way that somebody has ever gotten you to send a nude, Coley?
I would say there's nothing smooth. It's just can I see? Show me. Whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing smooth about it. It happens and it's like, do I feel like doing this or not?
Yeah, there is no baby, do you want a massage for sending nudes?
Mm-hmm. It's there's nothing there. I've never been smooth talked into it.
To expand the conversation a little bit more.
Nah,
I don't know.
I've never been smooth talked into it.
Let me see what that ass do.
It's usually what are you doing? Oh, I'm here putting on clothes on.
Oh, let me see.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Right.
Getting ready for bed. Oh, really? What you wearing?
Right.
Can I see?
But this is like, I think for us, it's still a little taboo, maybe. You know, and maybe not even taboo, but it's still a little something that, like, we're not completely comfortable with, as you may be able to infer from our conversations.
With sending news?
Right. Like, not necessarily receiving news, because we seem to all be okay with that, except when we don't want them. But sending them. So, but I think for, like, this generation that's coming up, this euphoria generation, like,
right.
That's kind of, like, expected.
Oh,
that's like passing notes.
Them motherfuckers is... they doing all types of bullshit that don't make no sense.
Well, no. Let me say this. what I found out is that if you can get comfortable with somebody and you have them send you nudes and it's like almost like a consistent basis, after a while they'll start sending them for real. Like, I don't necessarily unsolicited, but they almost come into a pattern like they know you're about to ask for a nude, so they'll send a nude. So like, if you're conditioning someone, hey, what you doing? Yeah, putting on clothes, let me see. Or whatever, and every time
so now every time they put on clothes,
they send you something.
Conditioned.
Mm-hmm. At least, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Or and then there's some people out here that just want some attention, and they want you to comment on their body if they've been working out or doing their thing, and they like to always show it off or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it's just the new generation coming up. I think it's a lot of old heads.
Oh yeah, it is like there's definitely like some new elements of technology that we have been appreciative of.
And they not worried about the VPN or the goddamn
They
cloud.
need to be though.
The cloud is a real thing.
They worried about, does it say sent or read on that motherfucker?
That's real. That's a real thing.
Okay.
Oh. and that is that.
Yes.
Well,
here we are.
So enough of the sexting and the nudes and whatnot.
Less is more.
Glasses. Speaking of which, what about music when it comes to fucking sex? Are y'all
love
quiet? Oh, love it. Okay, so you're not in the dark and the silence.
I mean, obviously you can't always turn it on. Like,
yeah.
just like it's like, are we in the moment? Oh my god.
Excuse me, do you prefer?
Hold on,
yes.
while I make this sandwich real quick, I'm also going to press play.
That part.
Do you prefer?
Yes.
Do you prefer music? Or
No, I think music is nice, and not because I'm listening to it, but it's just cool to have it. Especially if I know what it is. Like it's a different air.
Right.
That I'm cool with. Music does not distract me like other things will. So yes.
Like sandwiches.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm for music, but if music is going to be playing, you kind of need to have an idea of what's going to play, like or what's going to come on. Like you don't need to have a set playlist that you go to every time, but like you also don't need to just be relying on Spotify to come with the hits for you in this situation.
Songs like,
you know what I mean, like because when Kirk Franklin Stomp sneaks his way up in there.
You know what? People could be giving their lives to the Lord.
They could be giving their lives to the Lord right up in there.
Because y'all being fruitful and y'all multiplying.
You are.
Well,
hopefully not unless you planned on it.
Just your intention, right?
Right.
Like, you don't want unintentional multiplying. We don't want gremlins. But there is a time and a place for the music. I have also, though, just, gone to the soundtrack of whatever's happening outside. But it just really depends on, like, okay. So sometimes the mood needs to be set, but sometimes you can just if you have the right person, then and your chemistry is just what it is. Like if it's just like an animal type attraction, then we don't need
all that.
That's true. True that. Well, it's just a mood, like a mood setter. If the mood is being set, then why not throw some music on?
Let me tell you something. There's nothing hotter than, at least for me, knowing you about to have some pussy come over, so you clean up your apartment or your house is smelling all good in there. You got your goddamn candles and you got your music playing. And Benji, you would hate me because I do have the nasty mix that I go to. But I'm thinking when you in that thing, you ain't listening to the words no way. You just trying to feel what's going on in the atmosphere.
True.
So that's what the fuck I got. And you got that. I have it playing on my little. I have a little speaker that has a blue light on there.
Is it a clapper? Can you clap and get the music to turn on?
No. You have to already. The thing is, you have to already have the music playing. You have to already have the music playing. And usually, I'm outside. Let me turn it back to my favorite song real fast.
Back up a couple songs.
Back up a couple songs and go from there. So yeah, I prefer music. But
yes.
Speaking of music, so since we are in here in the sexy episode, first of all, give yourselves a round of applause.
Goodness gracious.
The sexy episode is something about being vulnerable.
Yeah.
This shit right here.
And talking about, when we were planning for this episode, it was I'm really limited because I know I told everybody that I know to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't want to be saying things and somebody's they remember that moment.
Right.
It's hold up. Is that really your embarrassing moment?
or your friends girl, what?
Or you got your crush listening.
Oh, goodness.
That too. I don't know.
But also, I would like to point out, Nancy and Cece were not impressed with us for most of this episode. There's a lot of SMH shaking my head going on over here. And for Nancy, it sounds real crazy because she got them speakers on, so she really hear it. how crazy it is.
Well, Nancy got the speakers on, but guess what? As I was saying, going back to pairing with this episode, we actually have a new playlist coming out.
Playlist.
Apple Music.
Find your note.
Yes, find your note.
Find your note and find some other things.
Right.
While you at it.
Volume.
Yes, the sassy. Yes, volume sassy between the sheets.
And look, we got some real good songs on there. I was talking with somebody the other day, and they were talking about music that they like to have sex to, and they were naming off all those whack ass shit, like Meeting in My Bedroom and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, there's too much good music out now for our generation that we can be fucking to. Yeah. So I think that's what we did. We had maybe like a couple throwbacks on there.
Yes.
But it's timeless throwbacks.
Pod World, I want y'all to know, we took some time with this playlist.
Yes, we did.
We had some nights in here we were just like trying to figure it out. We threw all that corny shit out.
We laid it down.
You're gonna hear some shit on here that you've never heard, and that's what's up. But that's what we're known for. That's what we do.
That's what we
is
do.
Introduce you to new things, and that's also I think a cool thing. Like there's so much stuff out here that sounds good.
Yeah.
So like I think this playlist you can play it outside of your bedroom, and it still sounds nice.
I hope you do.
So.
Because if you're gonna use it in your bedroom, you need to hear it outside of your bedroom first. You need to be familiar with it so that you can understand the rhythm.
Right. This is true.
Your nasty
Rhythm.
mix.
Yeah.
Right.
So check that out. That'll be dropping along with this episode.
True that.
So it'll be
find your note and check out all of our other playlists.
Get your sassy on.
And we're gonna make sure we upload to Spotify because our last playlist.
The B-sides it didn't make it, and that's my fault because I had forgot. So it's gonna be on the Spotify and the Apples.
Translation: she got a nude and it threw her off track.
Wow. We've got to ask Lancelot about his moment. We'll talk to him about it.
He's fired.
He's fired.
Lancelot has Snapchat.
He has Snapchat. Lancelot's sending news like crazy.
Yeah.
To our listeners who got surprises in your DMs.
Sorry about that.
We didn't respond to you because we did not realize Lancelot was sending nudes.
We apologize. That Lancelot in no way represents the views and opinions.
Yes, ideas and opinions are my own.
Yeah.
Well, look, this has been this shit right here. We're going to take a quick break so we can talk about some black excellence that's happening in our community.
One for us.
One for us. Spoiler alert, we are the black excellence that is happening in our community. This FUBU moment is brought to you by the Knights at the Round Table. We are in our second season.
Turn up.
We made it through one whole season. We're starting over brand new. We are the people. Hey, we're the change that we want to see. Oh, yeah. So look, come on. This has been Knights at the Round Table.
Oh, hold up.
What?
Hold up. Season 2, we out here. We got lots of shit going on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all.
We were walking out of the building.
I'm sorry.
As things were happening.
I do apologize. Season 2, it's happening. We have a lot of stuff going on. Some different little in-between stuff. Each season, each episode, you're going to hear some new things about the sexes. We're going to have some new guests out here. Shout out to everybody listening. Thank y'all for sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoy all the other episodes. Check us out. Apple, Google, Spotify. Check out the playlist. Hit us up at Night Rounds on IG, at Night Rounds CLT on the Twitter. We doing better. We Esquire and I said we gonna do better about how we interact with y'all. So we gonna keep that going on the social medias. Hit us up. We love y'all. We appreciate you, Nancy,
Holla.
CC,
Holla.
it's Coley, Chance,
Rizzo,
Yeah.
Benji.
Squad.
Ow.
Esquire,
What it do?
Nice at the Round Table, Season 2. We out of here.
Gang, gang.
Doom.
Do, 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 do.
I love that.
Do. This is the do. Do, 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 do. This is season